Welcome to the FRDA Summer 2016 Sprint Demo. We just completed a successful 12-day FRDA sprint to address high-priority issues raised primarily by researchers. We were able to resolve all high-priority issues. The first thing we did was we fixed two display issues so that the appropriate OCR text is displaying to the right of the corresponding page image. I'm going to show you what these used to look like. On the left is an example of diacritics not showing up appropriately, and on the right, we're actually missing the entire OCR text. So what we did was we were able to correct the encoding for the diacritics, and you will see now on the screen that the diacritics are showing up appropriately. The next thing we did was we did some data remediation, and with that, it made it so that now the OCR text is showing up to the right where before we were getting none. To improve the results display concerning hit highlighting, we added a parameter to the Solar configuration file, which allows highlighting to occur across large bodies of text, such as the Div2 sections, which generally correspond to sessions and include multiple pages of text. I don't have a previous screenshot to show you, but I'm going to explain to you what this fix has changed. You will note here for volume 6, it was getting search term matches of 4. Previously, we were only showing page 721 with one highlight. Now that we've fixed the amount of characters that the Solar looks through in order to do the highlighting, it now has the other 3 matches showing on their pages and highlighted. The next thing we did was we enabled the user to go back to their search results by fixing the search results backlink, which was returning a 500 error. And now we don't get a 500 error. We also incorporated user feedback to correct dates and times displayed in the timeline. Thank you to curator Sarah Sussman for her assistance. I have a couple of examples to show you here. The first one is, this is the date for the National Convention meets is now September 21st, 1792. Previously, it was September 20th, 1792. Another example to show is for the debate on The King's Fate Begins. Previously, we had the date as November 13th, 1792, and it has been corrected to December 10th, 1792. One of the last things we did was we restored the missing linked table of contents on the Image landing page by creating a task that runs when the code is deployed to the server so that the required link data is always present. If you look here, you will see that there are different links here in this display. Previously, those were not there at all. So those have also been fixed. The next section I'm going to talk about is changes that we made to the FRDA code base that deal with back-end maintenance tasks that are different. They're difficult to show visually, but are necessary for continuing support of the FRDA application. So I'm going to describe those next. To get everybody up to speed on the project and to set the FRDA code base up for future work cycles, we updated README documentation to include how to run the FRDA software locally for developers new to FRDA, information about the timeline widget, which I showed you a few minutes ago, useful debugging commands, and customization to the blacklight search result method that we have done for this application. We also brought the FRDA code base up to current DLSS standards by updating Ruby, which included security upgrades. We also updated Rails and other gem dependencies. We also added Squash and Is It Working to the FRDA application for ease in monitoring the health of the application. We updated the robots.txt to block some bots that are known to hammer sites to prevent possible performance problems. And we have an automated build that runs tests every time we check code into the GitHub repository. We were getting an intermittent error that was happening based upon the order in which the tests were run. We were able to fix this failure by adding the locale to the test setup, and now we get no more intermittent failures. Thank you very much.